Hey, hey, hey. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. I am happy that you are here with me. Listen, the video in the front invites you to join me every week starting October 7th for a seat at my table, where we will be sharing biblical truth and instruction on life and how to do life successfully. But right now, we're welcoming you all to our day one of 31. Day one of 31 days in October. This is the October that takes us over. Our words for the month are discipline and exceeding. In these 31 days, we will develop the discipline that is needed to exceed our expectations. I'm Cynthia, more formally, Overseer Cynthia McInnes, also known as Lady Doctor. In the Bible, discipline is defined as a means of moral training, correction, and instruction that helps people develop spiritually, morally, and in their Christian maturity. The word discipline is translated from Hebrew and Greek words that mean instruction, training, rebuke, reproof, warning, and correction. Discipline is the quality of being able to behave and work in a controlled way, which involves obeying particular rules or standards. Now, I know obeying rules and standards, discipline, warning, rebuke, reproof, all that sounds like hard work, but it's not when you have something in your mind or in your heart that you're trying to attain. Each one of us will decide in these 31 days what our goals will be for these 31 days. Mine are to step up my lifestyle change. I've already started a lifestyle change, but I need to step up my game of no meat, no dairy, and adding 30 minutes of movement or exercise each day. So I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, I'm none of those things. I'm just somebody who had a challenge and did something about it. It was a little over 2 years ago that I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis showing markers for lupus. My body was inflamed. I lived in constant pain. I was able to become used to being in pain. But I changed to a plant based diet and started moving this body. I returned to the doctor 1 year later and had zero markers for RA, zero markers for lupus, and I was doing my thing. I've been doing it for the last 2 years, some days up, some days down. Some days I added a little fish, some days I didn't, but I was still in the game. I am still in the game. Well, not eating meat and making juices often means an increase in carbohydrates. So I was eating a lot of rice, pasta, and bread, and eventually adding more and more fruit juice to my smoothies. It was all good until my A1C recently came back in the diabetic range. Well, I attacked that just like I attacked the RA and the lupus by changing what I eat, changing what I've been eating, increasing my water, increasing my water and exercise. Within 3 months, my A1C is now out of the diabetic range. So it's not rocket science. It's not supernatural. It's not anything outrageous. It is the way this body was made to respond to changes. So when you make a lifestyle change and when you change what you're eating, you change what you're doing, your body responds. My 31-day challenge is to enjoy a plant-based lifestyle without increasing carbohydrates. So I'm making my smoothies, and this is what I'm going to drink during the day. Now, this is just for 31 days. Normally, I eat something in the morning or whatever, but juice works for me. So I make this green juice, and because I'm trying to detox my body, I'm trying to keep my body healthy. And so I make the green juice. I increase my water. See this water thing again? Okay, I'm serious. I'm gonna give it all that water today. And I started exercising. So I'm doing that, and I'm drinking at least 64 ounces of water a day and doing 30 minutes of movement or exercise. Now I'm a busy person, so 30 minutes is a long time for me. 30 minutes, my whole mind is thinking about what I could be doing in these 30 minutes besides this, besides hurting my body, besides doing stuff that I'll put off for later. But so I'm going to break my 30 minutes into 10-minute intervals. So I'm going to move my body 30 minutes for the day and enjoy a good tasting plant-based meal at night, preferably before 7 p.m. So 10 minutes this morning is what I did. 10 minutes this morning, I did 10 minutes of body movement. I did calisthenics. I moved my body. I stretched my body. I did weight core weight drives. I'm just doing stuff. And I did 25 squats. I did my stretching. I mean, I did it. I did my thing for 10 minutes and I felt good. I felt the burn, I felt the energy, and I felt the stretch, and it really works for me. So later on in the afternoon, I'll do 10 minutes more. Before I go to bed, I'll do 10 minutes more. So I'll get my 30 in. You can do yours any way you want. You get on a treadmill and walk or run for 30 minutes, and you're good for the day. Whatever works for you. It doesn't even have to be timed. If you do intense workout in 15 minutes, that's better than doing 30 minutes of stuff that ain't working for you. So you got to make that work for you. So those 30 minutes, this is my challenge. You're going to create your own challenge or try to keep up with mine. Don't try to keep up with anybody. I've been doing this for 2 years. So you might be just starting. So what I'm doing, just like I'm not trying to do what other people are doing. I'm just trying to make a change. And so, listen, I was not doing any of this for weight loss. I wasn't doing this for weight loss. I was doing it to reverse sickness that my lack of discipline gave permission to be in my body. I'm going to say it again. I was doing this and I am doing this to reverse sickness that my lack of discipline gave permission to be in my body. It's not supposed to be there. I gave it permission. So now I'm taking back its permission pass. And I wasn't doing it for weight loss. Weight loss always helps. You go to the doctor, they're going to tell you to lose weight. Weight loss works, but weight loss is a trigger for me. Once you start saying lose weight, I want a cheeseburger. So, not a cheeseburger. I was a fries or something. Anyway, I wasn't doing it for weight loss, but weight loss happened because that's what happens when you change your lifestyle. But now my church just implemented the Biggest Loser Challenge. I love a good challenge. So now it's on. I'm going after the FUPA. I'm going after the FUPA. I remember when I was in the gym and I told I had a personal trainer. I said, as soon as you tell me to get on the floor, you're never going to see me again. I'm not getting on the floor. I'm not working my core. I just don't want to do that. And he told me to get on the floor. I did what I had to do up until he told me to get on the floor. He never saw me again. So, but now I'm going after the FUPA. I found out you can do standing weights. You can just take a gallon of milk and just hold it out for 5 seconds. That sounds like easy. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, try it. You're going to see. You're going to feel that whole core tighten up. Holding it for 5 seconds. Reverse that to the other side. 5 seconds. Do that a couple of sets of that. You're going to realize milk is heavy. It's about 8 pounds. I didn't do milk a gallon of milk because I don't drink milk. But what I did was my husband had some weights. He had some little ones. He had some medium size. He had some big ones. I picked the middle one up. It was 15 pounds. I was holding that thing out. 5 seconds felt like 50 hours. I was holding that thing out and I felt my core. I said, okay, I can do that because I'm not on the floor. So there are so many ways to do what you need to do. And I'm just here to share my journey with whoever will watch and whoever will listen. As I said, I'm not a dietitian. I'm not formally trained in any of this. I'm just a girl who's trying to live life and live it more abundantly while helping others to reverse sickness that just by making doable lifestyle changes. Last night, I came in late. I looked in my refrigerator to see what was in there because I didn't have time to go shopping. Some of y'all are ready for this challenge. You're ready for this 31 days, and you don't spend all this money buying all this stuff. that might just go bad in your refrigerator. I don't want that to happen to you. Some of us actually believe that if we spend money, we lost weight. Only thing we lost was money. So I just want you to be careful about that. I get what I need, but I buy, it's all plant based, it's all natural. So it doesn't have a lot of shelf life. So you don't buy a whole lot of stuff if you're not going to be home, if you're not going to use it. So you just shop every day. Use Instacart if you want to. So last night I came in late after being in New York and preaching and services and doing all that we do, and then went out, took my son out. It was his birthday. We got to do what we got to do and enjoy life. And so it was late when we came in. I looked in my refrigerator. I found whatever I could find to make a juice for tomorrow, because if I can't, sometimes you get a challenge in the morning. One phone call could set you in a whole nother direction, and you don't have time to pull out the juice or pull out the blender, pull out all that stuff, and you end up just doing what you always do, having a cup of coffee and running out the door. So last night I was determined. I looked in my refrigerator. I found one green apple, one bag of frozen kale, one container of fresh spinach, a bag of frozen mango. Listen, if you got kale and spinach, you on your way to a good old detox. You need to put kale and spinach. Well, anyway, I'm just going to speak for me. I put kale and spinach in every one of the juices that I make, because you got to have that green. Green means clean. It cleans you out. And that's what we need to do. All those cravings, all that carbs I was eating, all that pasta, spaghetti, and stuff like that. I got to get those cravings out, because that's what I'll be craving. So I start with this detox, and I made this juice, and I just threw it in the blender. I also had some prune juice, pure prune juice in my refrigerator, because sometimes, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I had some fresh pineapple juice, so I poured it in there and made that my base, and I added some water. Some people like to add almond milk, or whatever your base is, it's your base. I use water, prune juice, and pineapple juice, and I blended that up, because personally, that's all I had in the house. So that's what I made, and that's what's in here. And I really was drinking it, trying not to drink the whole thing, because I wanted to show y'all that I had it. And listen, see this little water bottle? I just threw it in there and I'm out. That's what I did. And that's what I'm doing for today. I did my exercise. I'm drinking my green drink, and I'm drinking all this water, and I did my exercise. And no, so what's for dinner tonight? Tonight, I'm going to make red and green cabbage with carrots and cashews. I like cashews. It's my protein. I like cashews. I like all kinds of nuts. So I'm going to use a little Thai flavored sauce, maybe like an Asian flavored sauce. You got to be careful with those. They're full of starch, they're full of sugar, but you don't want to pour like a big old sauce. You don't want to change the taste of your cabbage. Cabbage tastes good. You just want to put maybe a little bit, just to toss it around in there to give it a little flavor, and throw those cashews. That's what I'm doing, throwing those cashews in there. And on the side, I use like olive oil or avocado oil just to saute it. I like it sauteed. And cook it down with, and if those of you who put meat in your cabbage to flavor it, you want to try that mesquite or hickory liquid smoke to add flavor instead of meat. But if you're doing meat, do your thing. But what I'm saying is, just make sure you are consistent, and make sure you're exercising discipline. Remember, when you start saying, I'm putting this in it, I'm eating this, I'm having this, I'm frying this, you're speaking to yourself, saying you have no discipline. Come on, smack yourself in the head and say, come on, you can do better. So you want to switch some things around. If you don't want to use meat, you use liquid smoke. It really, really works. And then I might want to add a baked sweet potato for some substance. Cabbage and a sweet potato. That's it. No chicken, no ribs, no beef. No, no. It's good food. No rice, no pasta. No, no bread. No, it's good food. God's green food. Green and red cabbage. You're going to make you some good cabbage, throw them carrots up in there, cashews in there, put a little Thai sauce on there if you want to or not. Add a sweet potato. Bake it, but don't throw all of that stuff on it, like all that butter and all that cream, sour cream, and all the stuff. We done made a whole sweet potato pie out of one baked potato. You don't need to do that. The sweet potato tastes good. Just bake the potato, eat the potato. You'll be fine. Anyway, that's going to be my dinner tonight. Maybe later tomorrow I'll show you some pictures of it or try to get some video of it. I don't know. So congratulations to you on your day one. Remember, whatever lifestyle change you make today will reward you tomorrow. Speak up, share your triumphs, share your challenges. Tell us what you did, and we'll chat again tomorrow. Ladies, if you want to join a group, you can join a group that is effective and life-changing. Join us at Healing Truth Women's Ministry, and you can join us on our Facebook group. Meet me here on YouTube every day. Remember, starting Monday, October 7th, you have a seat at my table every Monday for biblical instruction and for life instruction. I'm so glad you came today, and I hope to see you again tomorrow, and that you will join us, every Monday, and join us in our challenge. Day 131. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Broken, rebuild. Truth is revealed. Sisters that pray, sisters that stay. We used to be broken, now we're rebuilding. The truth is revealing. This is my healing. We used to be broken, now we're rebuilding. The truth is revealing. This is my healing. Truth broken, rebuild. Truth is revealed. Sisters that pray, sisters that stay.